After several tweets going back and forth, John Kurtz and I finally had a chance to sit down and shoot the shit a little bit, which is friggin' awesome. I just want to say a major thanks to John Kurtz because I really appreciate his time. And the sad thing is when we were right in the middle of our interview, the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Penguins came out to do their practice. So it wasn't as long as I would have liked, but either way, it was still really good to talk with him. Great guy. You'll see he's got an awesome personality. He's been around. He's, he drops the gloves with the best of them, and he's not really afraid of much. Heck of a good guy. Also, thank you to the Stay Hot Kurtzy Clan, Athletic Training Center, hockeyfights.com, John Wright, and some of his photography. I want to say thanks to Virginia Beach Funny Bone, especially Rick, and also Tim Lillies, Derek Williams, and Sid Bridge for letting me on their show. We did the Geek Night of Comedy. It was really fun. I don't think I got that many applause breaks ever in a show. It was freaking amazing. Also, February 23rd, Fremont, Ohio. I will be there doing stand-up comedy with Joke Slingers Comedy Tour. 3 comics that are freaking awesome. The goal is to bring quality comedy to Fremont, Ohio. Much love and much appreciate you guys listening and tuning in. And yes, don't worry. Sometime soon, I will do a solo show and I'll just talk about military stuff, because I've been asked to do that by about 4 or 5 people already. And it will happen. And, hey, like I said, once again, thanks for tuning in. Much love. And I know you don't want to hear me blab anymore. So let's do this.
Do it. He's in tune. Hey, good day. Welcome to the Great White North. I'm Bob McKenzie. This is my brother Doug.
How's it going, eh?
Okay, our topic today is the Great White North, because we got like lots of mail, eh? Like about it, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so this.
By the way, this topic was my idea, eh?
Yeah. What? Lying. Okay, this is the Great White North, okay, on the map. Now here is a different color because it's like USA. And up there, same color as Alaska, eh, because that's like Hawaii. Okay, so the whole thing is the Great White North, and the blue, like the ocean, right, because water's blue.
He's a genius, eh?
It's like, these are like the Great Lakes, and there's 3 of them.
All right, ready to get started?
Let's do it.
All right. Friends, fans, followers, leaders, and true believers, I'm here with
John Kurtz.
from the Norfolk Admirals Farm Club for the Anaheim Ducks. So, what do you think about being here in Norfolk?
You know what? I love it here. I've never, lived so close to the beach before, and I'm from Canada. Nice, Great White North. They just got hit with a bunch of snow, and yesterday we got a little bit of rain, but it was, a beautiful sunny day nonetheless. So it's, it's a big change, but it's a great experience, and I'm loving it.
I've been watching you for years because you were with Windsor Spitfires for what, a year was it?
Yeah, my first year in the OHL, I played in Windsor.
So and then I was just like, wow, this guy is pretty badass. And then next thing you know, I see him through juniors, and I remember like when you're with the Wolves, there was like this end of the game, you guys just won, came off a three-game losing streak, I think it was, and then I'm like, this guy ain't fucking around, and he's in a fight at the end of the game already. That's one thing I always like following up on is a lot. Do the intangible things and make things happen, So, what do you think some of the toughest things you've had to face so far in the league?
In the league, obviously breaking into the league out of the OHL was, it was a big stepping stone. It was, it was a tough adjustment at first. The cliches, guys are bigger, faster, stronger. It's, it's actually true. You don't have that much time with the puck. And some plays that, you can make in juniors, they just put it in and go. So I just kind of had to adjust to that. Kind of tailor-made my game a little bit different once I got here.
Okay. Who's probably the toughest person you fought so far?
Toughest person I have fought? It was my first year. Middle of the season, we're playing Hershey. And I kind of got mixed up with Joel Reckledge.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
And, I took a look at him. I didn't know who he was at the time. He had a wooden stick. He had, Vaseline all over his face. So I didn't really know what I was getting myself into, and he turned out to be a lefty. But I kind of escaped on that one. But
who still uses a wooden stick? I thought Larry Murphy was the last guy when he retired.
I don't know. I guess I should have done my research before I ended up dropping the gloves with him. But it was definitely a good learning experience, and you can't win them all, right?
Yeah, it's true. That's true, man. I'll tell you what, though, if you want, man, I can write chirps for you guys.
Hey, I'm open. I need some new material.
Fuck yeah. All right, look, check it out, fans. I've got a new job. I was telling Rosie, if you guys ever want some MMA stuff, I'll send you down to the SEAL team, so I'm sure they'll help you out.
Oh, they did kick our ass.
So who's probably been the most influential person in your career, as far as, like, if you look up to somebody for leadership, who would that be?
There's definitely a few people I could name off. I've had great coaches. Mike Foligno. The coaches here are great. Javi and Jans and Marty, they've really helped me out a lot this year. My first year in Windsor, we had a captain. His name was Mickey Reno. He was a great leader. He was a good friend of mine. He ended up passing away a year later, unfortunately. But he was a big inspiration in my life the last few years. And to see something have such a good effect on so many people is really inspiring. And I kind of carry that with me wherever I go.
Heck yeah, and that's the thing too. Never forget those people, man. Especially in the military, there's a lot of people you do handshakes with that we'll never see again or hear from again. So it's always good that whenever somebody does, a good person goes away, you always carry that with you, man. So that's awesome. And sorry about your friend, definitely. Is it easier to go on the road and then get into a scrap and play a game, or here while you're in your own barn?
I would say definitely at home, because you have your fans sitting in the seats. They're the ones cheering you on, whereas you go on the road and, say you're down a goal or two and you're trying to get the momentum going, they're not going to get that response from the crowd.
Right.
You just got to bank on your teammates and, try and lift them up individually. But when you're at home, you have a good scrap, everybody gets out of their seats, it gets loud, and, the team kind of looks, hey, look at this, we got to get something going. So I definitely, homes, I like playing games at home much more than on the road.
Why would you say fighting's in the game? Because I think it's a huge, in my opinion, it's a huge part. I mean, they look at the big picture of, you need the scoring and all that other shit, and you can't run away. I mean, if somebody takes a hit, you got to answer the bell. What's your take on why fighting's in the game?
I agree with you. Fighting's part of the game, and in my opinion, it should always be part of the game. If there was no fighting, you could see guys kind of getting reckless. Maybe taking kind of liberties on guys that they shouldn't be, messing around with. And say, yeah, it's violence and whatnot, but if you have one of your skilled guys out on the ice and some guy goes and takes liberties on him and could end his career, at the end of the day, you got to protect those players.
Is there any incident where you can remember that you had to answer that bell?
A couple. I'm sure I have a couple times. I can't really.
This is like, fuck it, I got the job, I got to get done, and that's it.
But you never like seeing, when your teammates get hit dirty or something unfair. You kind of spark something inside of me, and as it does for most hockey players.
Yeah, definitely. That's one thing I love about this place is that as a fan, I can just pretty much walk in and hang out and watch, either team practice, and so seeing some of you guys out there before and after the games and just getting autographs, that's really awesome. Which makes me ask, have you ever had any really crazy fans? Like, I've seen the Kurtzy crew hangs out behind me, the Stay Hot Kurtzy thing.
Yeah, I would say I give them out to the Kurtzy clan. It's pretty cool. It's funny. It's awesome. I mean, I really enjoy it. I've never had anything like that before, and to see kind of a group of fans jump behind you, jump on your back, it feels good.
I gotta give a major shout out to them because I think they helped me out with this interview and getting this, and also LeBlanc and a couple other people. So they're awesome. So stay hot, Kurtzy. Now, when that hashtag came about, what did you think about that? We were like trending on Twitter, man.
I mean, I don't know. It started off as a joke, and me and Freddie Anderson kind of were going back and forth about it, and it took off, and I mean, everybody started jumping on it and saying it and tweeting it and whatnot. I mean, it kind of blew up for a little bit, so it was pretty funny, and we had a lot of fun with it for sure.
I thought that was pretty cool. And then the whole Stay Hot Kurtzy, and I wish he was still here. Good guy. He's a fan of comedy. I'd stand over here by the boards during the games, and I'd shoot the shit with them every once in a while. And I'm a fan of Bill Burr, which is one of my favorite comedians, so guy school that guy too. Just shout out for Bill Burr. Another thing too, I think it's really, really cool that you do is you do a lot of for MS, and like for me, I always do a lot of charity work for the SEAL Foundation. Who is it that you help out? And we can give a shout out to them too.
Well, I'm helping local MS in Hampton Roads. So all the money I raise this year will be going to families who need it around this area. You know, I kind of jumped on the MS thing earlier this season. My dad's been fighting it for a while, and you know, I decided it was about time I kind of got involved while I can. And, you know, so far it's been outstanding. You know, we got fans, family, friends donating. It's really touching.
And you're going what, $25 a goal?
A win.
A win. Oh,
Yeah.
25 a win.
25 a win. So, you know, it's getting up there now that we're winning.
You're like,
it's for a good cause, and you know, I'm very happy to do it.
yeah, that's. Yeah, how do you feel? How do you feel as far as being accepted here, like versus Syracuse? You know, I don't want to put you in a spot, so if you don't want to, you know, say anything about Syracuse and after that, I'm just saying, as far as like the fan base here, accepting a new team, you know, I think, in my opinion, this is my opinion, is that I think it was kind of like strange at first, but I think they're really, really starting to love you guys now. I mean, what do you think on that?
I mean, I got nothing but respect for our fans. I love them. I mean, you guys had, you know, obviously a very strong connection with the team that did amazing things last year, and to see that taken away, I mean, you know, I'd kind of be a little bit bitter myself, but you know, they've kind of opened up their arms and their hearts to us, and you know, we really appreciate it, and you know, we're all very happy to be playing here. Absolutely.
Are you a fan of any kind of comedy?
You know, I watch a bunch of stand-up stuff. You know, whatever online. If somebody shoots me a link or whatever, I definitely go out. I know a bunch of us are trying to get out to a couple stand-up comedy shows this year. So,
Well, shoot.
if you wanna,
I got a lot of. Yeah, I'll shoot you guys all kinds of links and stuff like that. I'll get you out there. Who's your favorite stand-up comedian right now?
Oh, stand-up.
Or how about this? I'll make it a comedic actor. So if there was a movie with comedians in it.
Well, you know, you got the standard Will Ferrell guys. I don't think he does any stand-up or whatnot. Off the top of my head, you know, Chris Rock's got some good stuff.
Oh yeah,
His old
Chris
stuff's
Rock.
pretty good.
Then if you're into Chris Rock, definitely look up Louis C.K. Louis
Yeah.
C.K. wrote a lot of that stuff. Or let me rephrase that. He co-wrote a lot of that stuff too. So.
Yeah, but I mean, I definitely watch all that kind of stuff. Just, you know, I need a good laugh every now and then, like everybody.
And I'll tell you what, man. As an entertainer, it gets stuff out there on the road and stuff. What was like when you first started? Was there any like hard times, like leaving home, that you had to deal with? Was that tough, or was it kind of like, you know?
Well, I kind of got that out of the way in the OHL
That, yeah.
because you know, we got to move away when we were 16,
Well,
17.
that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, there's definitely that little bit of learning curve and how to deal with, you know, being away from your family and friends, and you know, moving to a different high school. It's definitely tough, but you know, at the same time, you got 20 guys on the ice over there for you. And
That's
the
what
people you meet when you're playing other places. It's incredible, and you gotta be, you know, willing to appreciate that.
That's what a lot of guys that are in the military don't understand, that, you know, in hockey it's a lot different because you live with a billet family.
Yeah.
You're like far away from home, and you're 16, like you're saying, 16, 17, 18 years old, far away from home and whatnot.
Yeah.
Well, we're starting to get packed, and the other guys are on the ice, you know. I really appreciate your time. Anything you want to say to the fans or anything like that, or?
Off the top of my head, nothing too serious. Just keep coming out and supporting us. You know, it means a lot to us, and you know, I know you guys you want to see more wins, so we're working on that for you guys.
And fights,
appreciate it. Fights, wins, goals. I'll try and do my best in all those departments.
That guy said something about your mom. That guy right there.
This guy, Big McIntyre. You sure it's him?
That was him. Oh, that is Mac. Oh,
You might have to let him off the hook.
Yeah, okay. It wasn't Mac, it was the other guy. That guy right there.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah, not Mac.
I'll take care of it.
No, he said something about LeBlanc's mom.
Yeah, I'll let LeBlanc take care of Big Mac. Go out of my weight class.
Oh, man. I really appreciate you doing this, man. Sorry to keep you, and
Hey,
starting
no
to get loud. We got the other team practicing, so we're going to have to cut it short. But thanks again, man.
Hey, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. And they're trying to help out is Jay Rosehill. Rosehill moving it back out near the point. Vatanen had it go off his stick near the center of the ice. Picked up by Kurtz, who fires and scores! John Kurtz turning and sending one home near the top of the left side ring. As the Admirals have finally broken through against the crunch, they've taken a 1-0 lead here early in the second period.
for this.